there really are 5 key metrics that we need to track in advertising in order to run profitable ads. So in the last videos, I walked you through kind of the theory behind advertising, and I walked you through the framework of the things you need to consider in order to create profitable ads. But on the back end, what are the 5 key metrics for advertising? What are the 5 metrics that you should be tracking? My name is Cody from Sheridan Street. If you're the first time you're watching maybe this video is inside of a membership portal, maybe this video is live on one of our private trainings, wherever you're watching this video, I really want to set the precedent that I have spent millions and millions of dollars in ad spend. And I've come to realize over the last couple of years from not only looking under the hood of the top performing real estate teams and around what they're doing using metrics and using tracking mechanisms like Sisu, but also from managing and running campaigns that have scaled up to the millions of dollars in ad spend. And today what I want to walk you through is 5 key metrics in a real estate business that you need to consider in order to run what we call profitable ads. Now, the first thing is pretty obvious: cost per lead. Now, the problem with only tracking your cost per lead is that it tends to be a leading indicator, meaning that there are other metrics that if aren't tracked, like you could have a $5, $10 lead, but if your cost per appointment on those leads is like $500, maybe you're better off getting a $50 lead that produces a $250 cost per appointment. I'm going to walk you through what I mean by that. So in the last videos, I walked you through a few different things. So, I walked you through what we call like a low cost lead to build the database. And generally what this would be is this low-cost lead would be like a free resource, could be a list of homes. It's going to get you a low-cost lead, like on like Facebook or Instagram or even Google PPC, but it's going to take longer to convert because they're in their research phase. So we have low-cost lead database, which is like generally a Facebook or Instagram, and then we also have the ability to generate higher cost leads, but they are more bottom of funnel. And I've chatted with you about that more bottom of funnel. And I've chatted with you about like, an example could be like YouTube ads, it could be Google local service ads where they're more bottom of funnel, but the lead costs generally cost more. And now when you're running ads, you can stack additional questions to the form, target specific groups that essentially increase your lead costs. But just because your lead costs increase doesn't necessarily mean that's going to negatively impact the other metrics that you need to track in your business. Now, we have clients inside the Sheridan Street Mastermind that track all 5 metrics, and this is how you create scalable and profitable ads. You need to track. So if you don't know what is breaking, it's part of the reason why we have the 7-figure appointment playbook, because later on in metric tracking, there are going to be things that are going to break, that are going to be sales-related things. But right now, this is generally a marketing-related issue. Now, the second thing that we need to track, let me change that to 16. Second thing we need to track is cost per appointment. So you have to identify what an appointment to you is. So is an appointment somebody that, most of our clients, what they'll classify an appointment as is they'll say, okay, Cody, I classify appointment as a Zoom meeting or in-person meeting. For the most part, that's what I would consider a meeting. So cost per appointment is, did you schedule a Zoom meeting? Did you schedule an in-person meeting? In our 7-figure appointment playbook, we chat about how to actually get appointments. We kind of map out the entire process, but you need to track your cost per appointment, because just because you have a $10 lead doesn't mean you're going to have a $20 appointment cost. Generally the lead ops in, they are looking for information. Now, to get them to an appointment, generally, that can cost anywhere between $100, $200 to $300 just to actually get the appointment scheduled on the calendar or to get the live transfer. Now, the next thing we need to track, and obviously there's talent, a part of that comes down to, are you driving traffic to a landing page? Are you calling these leads? Like, what does the actual process specifically for you look like? That really matters. But the next thing that teams generally will track is cost per showed appointment. Now, it's super important to understand that not every appointment you set with an online lead that doesn't know who the heck you are is going to show to the appointment unless you built some real rapport prior to that appointment. Or maybe they've come from a YouTube funnel where they've actually consumed your content. Not all leads are created equal. And our ability to actually build out a nurture sequence where we actually nurture the leads, that we indoctrinate them with who we are, what we do, why we do it, that's ultimately going to create a stronger, more qualified lead. Because if you look at the customer journey, like in order to get them to to an appointment, there has to be some sort of pain or some sort of aspiration that they're either running away from or running towards. Now, cost per showed appointment, some things we need to consider here. The first thing is, a 50 to 60% show rate on appointments is good. I think just setting expectation around like the industry standard, if an ISA is setting an appointment, if you have a 50% show rate, that's actually really good. 60% is great. There's different things that you can do that we chat about inside the 7-figure appointment playbook. And if you don't already have access to that, you can just head over to SheridanStreet.io/playbook, and you can actually get access to that. It's like $7, but it'll show you how to get 2 listings per month. Highly recommend you do that. But a 50 to 60% show rate is good on appointments. Like, that now, are there different things that you can do in order to increase that show up rate? Like we have clients that have, 70, 80% show up rate. Yeah, 100%. There's things that you can do to increase that show up rate. But for the most part, you need to track these things. Now, the beautiful thing about this is if you know your cost per appointment is $100 and your cost per showed appointment is $200, then you can spend more without necessarily, losing your shirt. This is why we track these things. And this is why we take a look at not only the marketing, we took a look at our sales ability as well. And that's why we created the 7-figure appointment playbook, because just like not all marketing is created equal, not all salespeople are created equal either. There are some salespeople that can set a crazy amount of appointments, some people that couldn't set an appointment if their life depended on it. And there's some people that can't get an appointment to show because they don't build enough rapport. They don't build enough of a gap for that person to actually show up to begin with. And we talk about that all in the 7-figure appointment playbook. Now, the fourth thing is your cost per contract or agreement. Wherever you're at in the country, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in the U.S., the NAR lawsuits have absolutely changed everything. Our ability to show value in those meetings dictate what happens. So, like, if we don't show value at the buyer presentation, at the listing presentation, this is the whole reason we have the Real Estate Sales Academy. It's a training program. We train on human psychology, and if you're at all interested in that, you can literally just go to the realestatesalesacademy.net. I think it's Get More Listings. Maybe that's not it. It's Real Estate Sales Academy. Actually, let's go here. You can literally go to SheridanStreet.io. Scroll down to the bottom of our website. It's just this one here. Yeah, realestatesalesacademy.net. Get More Listings. Yeah, right here. So I'll throw this in the bottom of the video as well if you're interested. And essentially, we help you get more listings under contract using human psychology. So but our ability to show value dictates our cost per contract, cost per agreement. We need to track these things because it's like, well, how many appointments do I need to go on in order to get a signed contract? Those numbers matter. That's how you create profitable ads. The conversion doesn't happen on the platform, unlike an e-commerce. So, like, say for example, I was selling like a desk, for example. Well, the conversion for the desk sale is going to happen on the actual, it's a product. The conversion happens on the actual platform. It's a product. With a service, you're selling yourself. So your presentation needs to be on point. And that's part of the reason why we teach our clients inside the Real Estate Sales Academy how to actually get more buyers under contract, how to get more listings. So we have a buyer presentation, a listing presentation. They're like 30-page documents specifically on how to actually get clients under contract. So that's key metric number 4. And key is, like, what is your cost per close? Like, how, really at the end of the day, it's this. How much money do I need to spend in order to close a deal. Now, the problem becomes everyone always either looks here or they look here. Now, the problem becomes, this is why we have the 7-figure appointment playbook. The problem it becomes is all of this right here. Well, really, at the end of the day, all of this is all systems and skill. Really, at the end of the day, it's systems and skill. This is how you create profitable ads in the real estate space. You need traffic, which is your cost per lead and your cost per appointment. You need your systems, which again play into the cost per appointment, cost per lead, and you need your skill, which is like, can I set an appointment? Can I get the person to show to the appointment? Can I get them under contract? Can I get them through the close? These are the 5 key metrics that you need to track in your business. Put them in a spreadsheet, track them every single month. Generally, you want to look at metrics. We say look at metrics in a 1 month, 3 month, and 12-month metric to see what is your highest profitable campaign that you're running. Not all platforms are created, not all ads are created equal, and not all salespeople are created equal. So this is a constant testing, tweaking, optimizing to make sure that you can get the most out of your advertising. These are the 5 key metrics for advertising. We'll see you in the next video.